his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Throwing now is Brady. Flush to his right. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. You have nowhere to go with it. Ends up getting the ball stripped.
And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Brady. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And they will take a knee here. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
From the gun, here's Goff. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Going up top. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 71 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. Jordy Nelson all by himself.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward?
They go for just one here as it's up and good, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
To throw on second down is gone. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. The Falcons on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Off play action. Here's Goff. Hall bringing it in. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They are going for it. Goff. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Goff now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Throwing on first down is Brady. And he completes it to Jordan Nelson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I'm guessing, partner, that if we're in the huddle with the Patriots right now, there's not a single guy that thinks they have any chance of coming back in this one, especially not with Tom Brady.
Yeah, who's Tom Brady? What's he done in the past as far as comeback? And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes. Down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even giving up a defensive touchdown.
12 yards on the return that time, and the Patriots take over. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Everson Griffin in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now Brady. Over the middle to Kittle. Complete. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A.J. Green, 33 yards. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Any return to get you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
To Barkley on the check down. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Flushed out right. His throw incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete.
DC. Marlin. 12.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff escaping the pressure right. And he connects with Ertz. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. A big play on 3rd down for the Falcons. 41 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. The toss out to Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Saquon Barkley, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Alec Ogletree in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Working from the gun, it's Brady. On the right side, caught by Green. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now Brady. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Back to throw, Brady. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll go to Barkley again. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Look at them. How to make it in America. Yeah. Day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she proud of us. They didn't teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich friends, had a lot to lose. Less money, less options, lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was opportune. And shorty got potential, I scout that. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's the to the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shorty claims she a feminist. And her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. new money. Now I'm in the Benz truck with a new honey. They said I wouldn't make it, I'm like, you funny. Laughing at my haters like, you dummies. The night is young, girl, what can you do for me? 6 figures, 5 shows, big ballin'. Look, I'm very important. I took a break, had some things I had to get sorted. I might retire in my prime like I'm M. Jordan. Table dancing in Southampton. Use the glasses for Vanish. Cooling out in the whip, but I done near every girl on my list. KD at the 3, Djokovic with the racket. Dumps in the pool, I'm like Speed at the Masters. Girl, you know you a bad. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Another day in the USA. Just another day in America. Kids from my hood look up to the system set us up for failure. I just want to make enough to pay dividends, then invest in black businesses. They teach us to hate what we see in the mirror, but it can't break our spirit. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them.
I got too much on my mind right now. I ain't got the time to get you sailing right now. I got too much on my mind right now. Tell that hero down, get my baby 30,000. Ball for me. Ball for me, yeah. Ball for me. Ball for me, yeah. I'm on the road, I'm getting paid like what you want, baby. You a bougie, baby, but I love you, baby, give you the world, baby. Pay $5 grand for a handbag like Saint Laurent, baby. We love that money, baby. 100,000 plus 100,000 my way. You got 30,000 plus 30,000 my wrist. We got plus bad, that's I swear, baby, it was just kiss, that's it. How could I forget that you done for me? Baby, gonna take the charge and take the fall for me. Would love to take you shopping, but I'm in your time. Sorry, little mama, I can give you more. Baby, could you? I got too much on my mind right now. I ain't got the time to get you sailing right now. Could you? I got too much on my mind right now. Tell that hero down, get my baby 30,000. Ball for me. Ball for me, yeah. Ball for me. Ball for me, yeah.
Gotta hit him on the jack. When you coming back, where's you at on the map? Everything is intact. Could've been a seamstress, still wouldn't cut him slack. Pretty much ain't got a clue. Itty bitty piggyback off everything I do. But I'm still dropping. Got him looking like James Harden at the awards. Back to you, I'm so into you. For real, bread, like I'm kin to you. If you a 10, I add 10 to you. They be mad when I 10 to you. That's what the bay like. Call me Buffy, cause that's what I slay like. These, I sun them like it's daylight. These, wanna know what it's like. What it like.
Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Before kickoff, Charles, quickly, your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I could give you the standard ones, turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gives their defense a break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Alec Ogletree coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now White. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. This is fielded at the 27. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Finding some room at midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Ryan. Connects it to Roberts, right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Looking for a crease. Can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Tackle there by Clay Matthews.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, Ryan. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So our initial drive of the night ends in 3 points. Maybe not exactly what this home crowd wanted, but they'll take the early lead.
They will take it. You're exactly right. Everybody wants a touchdown. But in this case, good opening drive, put points on the board. And a lot of coaches do believe the first team to score in the game, statistically, often ends up the winner.
And now out come the Patriots. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Play action. Breeze. Wide open receiver complete. It's a big play there for the Patriots. And even 50 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Goes underneath here to White. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. And we'll see what the decision is here as they've got a 4th and 1 coming up. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run it with Gore. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. So give him the first down. 1st and goal after a pickup of 4. And the decision to go for it pays off. They'll try and push it in with Gore. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Breeze to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Julio Jones from 4 yards out. And the Pats able to cash in for 6. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Hey, Tuesday. 12.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Steps away to his, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations. Hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Hey, Tuesday.
3rd and long, it's Ryan. Got a man complete, it's Chris Hogan. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back here right after this. And no move by Dan Quinn to get the offense off the field. They're staying out there, and they're going for it on fourth. Here we go with Kamara. And now running right through it. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He got 29 yards that time.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now Kamara. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. And they give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons are in for 6. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Breeze. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Breeze now on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Alec Ogletree. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. 9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Ryan. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And they'll indeed take a knee. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the 2nd half gets underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to air it out deep for Hogue into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a 2nd half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, it's Breeze. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Ryan Kerrigan leading the surge there. He drops in for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They fake the give. Here's Breeze. Caught left side by Hilton. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on 3rd. shotgun now for Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. This will be fielded at the 17. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Ryan. He finds Roberts, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
20. Gun. 21.
Play action. Ryan sliding out of the pocket. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And a dump off to White. He will not go down.
Have to retape those ankles.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Hey, kill. Level.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. On the crossing route, complete. It's Burton. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. Flush to his right. It's hauled in by Shepard. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion. But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Flushed out right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. And right side caught Hogan. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They run. It's Kamara. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. The 30. 10. For touchdown. Falcons. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons have broken our tie.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. And I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
This is where you learn a lot about rookie quarterbacks. How can they run that 2-minute drill? We're about to find out.
Yeah, and for them, it's not just proving it to guys like you and me watching the game and trying to beat a defense. It's proving it to their teammates that they can have the confidence in them when they line up in these situations.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Breeze now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Well, look to throw. Goes underneath here to White. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Ready. You waiting?
Now Breeze got to have this one. It's caught. Jones. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. One final try here for Breeze. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Well, no doubt an electrifying finish to have it down inside the 10-yard line. That final shot, though, they couldn't get it in the end zone, and that's all she wrote.
And they had the final shot. The last snap taken that close to the end zone. They don't get it in, so they'll regret that. But flip it over, making a stand in that portion of the field, congratulations to them.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Good night, everybody.
My have an all-white rank. Couldn't hit if that ain't. Lanes can't call and you lame. You had it and you lost it, all the shame. I can buy a Billy, don't talk to me. For a show 150, don't talk to me. You ain't never helped your mans, don't talk to me. You just follow all the trends, don't talk to me. I set the bar, I'm the bar. Look in the sky, I'm a star. I don't fall in love, cause I be loving. They ain't like my shirt, it's a large. I don't care, I crush a ghost. Got 2 cribs in 2 states, I be doing the most. I got white folks money that I won't blow. And if you ask why, cause the white folks don't. Big bank, tight, low bank, bank. Big bank, tight, low bank, bank. Type of money you gon' need a sight. The type of money you gon' need a buy. From the hood, this type of money make you stay away. Type of money gon' let you. Big bank, tight, low bank, bank. Big bank, tight, low bank.
Everything proper, no propaganda. Tropicana gold yard bandana. Big, a lot of like Santa. Threw a birthday party in a phantom. Big like a dinosaur did it. And you know, shining like acrylic. Yeah, but had cornrow. I can see you hang with the door closed. Now I'm looking for a glove with a sparkle on it. And my got chocolate on it. Big bank take small. Bank account on some tall. Attitude on some. Bankroll on what it do, boo. He had the roulette vibe. And if I ain't did it yet, I'll try.
Big bank, tight, low bank, bank. Big bank, tight, low bank, bank. Type of money you gon' need a sight. The type of money you gon' need to buy. From the hood, this type of money make you stay away. Type of money gon' let you. Big bank, take little bank. Big bank, take little bank. She said, what you gonna do if I leave? I said, I'ma do me. B.I.G. Everything zoomed in. Big on me looking like I'm moving in. Got my foot in the door and we still here. I'm a first generation millionaire. I broke the curse of my family not having. I'm passionate like us after more than just cashing. Feed me to the wolves, now I lead the packing. You boys all cap, I'm more Colin Kaepernick. I'm rare as affordable healthcare. Or going to wealth from welfare. I turn my W's to those. I might buy a red bottoms with the crypto. 3 coins, that'll pay your whole semester. But you gotta better than a Tesla. Big bank, take little bank. Big bank, take little bank. Type of money you gon' need to say. The type of money you gon' need to buy. From the hood, this type of money make you stay away. Type of money gon' let you. Big bank, take little bank. Big bank, take little bank.
Back again, back to back, made back, stacked it. I miss Slim Shady, baby, the M. Once he black, he'll be back again. Tell him that it's crunch time abdomen. Yes, I caught match.